Tune into Sports 360 with Ahmed Hamad.
Australia defeated England by an innings and 122 runs in the one-off Ashes Women Cricket Test match at Melbourne Cricket Ground. Annabel Sutherland has broken the record for most sixes, which is 4, in World Test for Australian women, going past Gardner's 3. And Eccleston has conceded the most number of runs in an innings, which is 143 in World Test for England women, going past her own Eccleston record of 129. Earlier, Australia resumed their first inning in reply to England's first inning score of 172. Australia resumed their first inning at the overnight score of 422 for the loss of 5 wickets, with Beth Mooney 2 runs short of 100, batting on 98, and Talia McGrath was batting on 9. But Australia has a collapse. Beth Mooney reached her 100 of 173 balls. She scored 106 with the help of 7 fours, bowled by Falter and Ash Gardner after scoring 44, and Talia McGrath, who was overnight 9, added just 3 runs out after scoring 12. And then we saw clutter of wickets. Australia's last 5 wickets fell for just 35 runs. They lost their 6th wicket. First of the day at 431, Talia McGrath was the first to go after scoring 12 of 35 balls with the help of 1-4. She was caught by Bell off the bowling of Eccleston. Then, 1 run later, Kim Garth was the second to go without scoring of facing 3 balls. She was caught by Jones off the bowling of Filler. Another wicket fell, 8th wicket fell, with just 5 runs were added at 437. Alana King was the 8th to go, and she made 3 runs of 13 balls, leg before by Eccleston, and 9th wicket fell at 438. 1 run later, Beth Mooney, after reaching her century, was out after scoring 106. She was bowled by Falter, and Australia were 9 for 438. And 2 runs later, Australia's 10th and final wicket fell. Elisa Perry was the 10th and final to go. She scored 2 of 7 runs, caught and bowled by Eccleston, and Darcy Brown remained unbeaten without scoring. Australia batted for 130.3 overs, scored 440 runs. For England, Lauren Bell, 25 overs, 3 maiden, 94 runs and 2 wicket. Lauren Filler, 26 overs, 4 maiden, 86 runs and 2 wicket. Nat Sciver-Brunt, 15 overs, 3 maiden, 29 runs and no wicket. While Sophie Eccleston, 5 for 130. 5 for 143, another 5 wicket haul, 44.3 overs, 8 maiden, 143 runs and 5 wicket. Rihanna McDonald-Gay, 19 overs, 3 maiden, 69 runs and 1 wicket. And Heather Knight, 1 over for 5 runs. With this deficit, England started their second inning, but their start was again poor. They lost their first wicket at 6. Maria Boucher was the first to go after scoring just 1 from 12 balls. She was bowled by Brown. Then 73 runs were added for the second wicket, and England lost their second wicket at 79. Heather Knight was the second to go, the captain of England, after scoring 32 from 75 balls, hitting 4 fours. She was caught by Litchfield off the bowling of Gardner. Third to go was Nat Sciver-Brunt when England reached exactly 100, and Nat Sciver-Brunt scored 18 of 17 balls, hitting 3 fours. She was legged before by Alana King. 4 runs later, England lost their first wicket, and that is of Sophia Dunkley. She made just 4 runs, and she was also bowled by King. 5th wicket fell at 109. 5 runs later, Danny Whitewash was the 5th to go, scoring just 2 of 13 balls. She was caught by Brown off the bowling of Gardner. And then 6th wicket also fell at 109. Back-to-back 2 wickets. Tammy Beaumont is the 6th to go, and Tammy Beaumont is also the highest scorer for England, scoring 47 of 124 balls with the help of 5 fours. She was bowled by Alana King. At 117, England lost their 7th wicket. Amy Jones was the 6th to go. The wicket-keeper batter scored 6 of 20 balls, and she was caught by Beth Mooney off the bowling of Gardner. 8th to go was Rihanna McDonald-Gay, and England were 122, and she lost her wicket after scoring just 1, but she faced 23 balls, stayed at the wicket for 19 minutes, and she was caught by Brown off the bowling of Alana King. 9 to go was Sophie Eccleston. She made 18 of 50 balls, hitting 2 fours, and she was caught by King off the bowling of Gardner, while the 10th and final wicket fell at 148. Lauren Filler is the 10th to go, and she scored 14 of 45 balls with the help of 1-4, caught by Sutherland off the bowling of King, and Lauren Bell remained unbeaten without scoring. England were bowled out for 148 in 68.4 overs, thus losing the match by an innings and 122 runs. Looking at the Australian bowling, Kim Garth, 7 over 1 maiden, 15 runs and no wicket. Darcy Brown, 6 overs, 14 runs and 1 wicket. Annabel Sutherland, 7 overs, 4 maiden, 23 runs and no wicket. While Ash Gardner, 25 overs, 11 maiden, 39 runs and 4 wicket. And Alana King, the pick of the Australian bowler, 23.4 overs, 9 were maiden, gave away 53 runs but capturing 5 wickets. 5 for 53 for Alana King. The summary of the match: England in their first inning scored 170, and in reply, Australia scored 440, taking a lead of 270 in their first inning. And after conceding a 270 runs lead, England were bowled out for 148, thus losing the match by an innings and 122 runs. Annabel Sutherland of Australia, who scored 163 runs in the first inning, was declared player of the match, while player of the series belongs to Alana King, who scored 37 runs and capturing 23 wickets. Alana King's ball of the century set up Australia's 16-0 Ashes whitewash. England were bundled out for sub 200 score in both innings and end the series with a lot to ponder. These will forever be known as Alana King Ashes. Australia's leg spinner delivered another spellbinding performance at the MCG to ensure England were whitewashed 16 points to nil for the first time in the multi-format era after an innings and 122 runs defeat inside 3 days. Alana King took her maiden test 5-wicket haul, 9 for the match and 23 for the series at 11.17 to equal Ash Gardner's record of 23 scalps in the 2023 Ashes and finishes as player of the series. Gardner took 4 for 39 to cap a wonderful series. The spin due bowled 47.4 overs together unchanged to claim the last 9 wickets of the match and allow England to start their recriminations a day early. It was a day of celebrations for Australia, with Beth Mooney earlier becoming just the 4th female and the first Australian to score international centuries in all 3 formats, making 106 as the host piled up 440 and a first inning lead of 270, their second highest such lead in a women test. Annabel Sutherland was player of the match for her 163 runs. Earlier, Australia had bizarrely lost 5 for 9 despite their extraordinary batting depth and handed Eccleston her third test 5-wicket haul.
Keep on watching Sports 360 with Ahmed Hamad for latest news, views, and interviews of sports personalities from around the world.